Mighty number 9 sucks my balls. This is the most boring game I played in a long time. I wanna die. Did it deliver on its promise? Is this a true successor to Mega Man? Is this guy a con man? Yes. Let's find out.
And at the end of the day, even if it's not perfect, it's better than nothing. At least that's my opinion.
After shitty tutorial, you can select which level you wanna play, just like in Mega Man. Then you watch some boring and inspired cutscene, go through the stage, and at the end you fight a boss and get his powers, which can be used as an alternative weapon, but you're gonna use most of them as a counter to bosses, to make them way easier. And about those powers, developers think you're fucking retarded.
I'm retarded?
It would be logical to just let the player play around with new weapons and figure out which ones are the most effective against specific boss. But no, if you select the level and already have required power to counter that boss, advice button gonna show up which is gonna tell you what powers you want to use against him, without letting you figure it out for yourself. Encounters make the boss fights extremely easy. Some powers counter the boss to the point of you just ignoring the mechanics. I mean, look at this shit. I don't even do anything, just sit in one spot and spam square. It doesn't give you any satisfaction because you are simply told what to use by advice button. Combat consists of you shooting projectiles at the enemy till they change color, then you press R1 to dash and finish them off. And you have to do it the same thing for bosses, which is very stupid. Imagine you deal enough damage for the boss to switch color so you can dash into him, but then he just goes off screen, and by the time he comes back he's already regained all of his HP. That's so counterintuitive. Sometimes you just stop damaging the boss because you know he's either gonna go off screen where you can't reach him, or you cannot use dash without damaging yourself. Might as well just wait till next phase. This game has old life system. When you die you lose one life and respawn at last checkpoint. But when out of lives you have to restart the level all over again. Thank fuck you can increase the life cap to 9 in options menu. If you die too much you get bonuses, and they don't make any fucking sense because they are random. For example, here I keep dying at platforming puzzle and the game kept giving me retarded damage boosts, like it gonna help me in any way. Or if you stuck at one specific boss, it would be nice to receive health pack so you can restore your HP in a boss fight, or even extra life, but you can just get free damage boosters which gonna disappear very quickly anyway, and you're not gonna notice that much of a difference with or without them. Bosses are just plain boring.
So, Maggot, you crawled all the way here.
Because game just telling you what powers to use against who, all of them gonna be super easy for you. Usually the level itself is harder than a boss. Without using appropriate power, boss fights become tedious as shit, since they have so much HP and combat is so slow. And the last boss, man? Holy fucking shit! Guy who made the last boss should commit Sudoku. First phase is super easy once you figure out what powers to use, but even then, when you use your blades to block projectile damage, you have to spam your attack, and you can't just hold a button, you need to manually press square, constantly, and it wears on your thumb really fast. Why they didn't add a function to just let players hold square to shoot shit non-stop? It's so dumb. And the only problem you're going to have is second phase, where you need to practice jumping over the boss and dodging beams. And when you fail and die, you have to sit for the first phase again, and it's so boring! Let's talk about tempo, it's all over the place. It's one of those games where 10 minutes feels like hours. I was constantly checking my clock to see how much time has passed, I just felt every second of it. It reminds me of that scene from Sopranos.
Don't look at your watch. Not yet. Save it. Treat yourself. $11:30. Has to be. Look at the angle of the sun.
Maybe even 11:45.
Okay. Look. Now. Fuck me!
Sometimes you gain momentum and just blast through the level, constantly spamming dash, but then you get to some annoyingly placed enemy or shit jump puzzle and you have to stop, otherwise you're just gonna fall off and die. Fuck! Even cutscenes are out of flow. Every time characters talk, they take such a long pause. Pauses so long, you think they added them to put in laughing track later.
Target normalization confirmed. Transferring data now, Professor White.
Just a moment. Sonda, has Call been functioning normally this entire time?
Well, she was shut down for a firmware update when everything went all screwy. It seems like any bots that were powered off at the moment this all started are fine.
Shut down, you say? Wait. No, it couldn't be. Or could it be?
Bazinga!
Aesthetically, game looks stupid. Some textures look really poor. Guy who made fire effects should kill himself. And what the fuck is this shit? Looks like he literally shoots poo-poo out of his mouth.
Eat the poo-poo!
This game looks stripped naked. Where's the lightning? Who stole my lightning? It reminded me of same shit FromSoft pulled off with Dark Souls 2. Why their concept art looks so different? Why demos I made in 1 week looks better than final product? I mean, it's $4 million. Check out games with art style far superior than this, and they costed way lower. I mean, the only level which resembles concept art style is Capitol Building. Music is cancer. You better just turn it off and play an appropriate music.
Wake me up inside. I can't wake up, wake me up inside. Save me.
The only thing I do like is voice acting.
You just refuse to chill out, don't you, Runt?
I like all of these characters, they have cool personalities and memorable lines. Voice actors clearly gave a shit. Too bad it was ruined by those retarded pauses and shit script.
No!
Level design is all over the place. Game have some good levels, but they still got fucked up by pacing and annoying enemy placement. The most unique level is Capitol Building. Here you just have few rooms, and you need to go through them and find the sniper who constantly shooting projectiles at you. You can predict their movement by looking at red laser. After getting him 3 times, you finally start the boss fight, which continues the same theme where you need to dodge sniper projectiles. It's pretty cool. If every level and boss was as unique as this, game would have been way better. As for story, who gives a shit?
What? Poppycock!
Scientists made 9 robots, and one day 8 of them go full retard and start attacking the city. Then number 9 stops them one by one, making them come back to their senses. At the end, he figures out who was behind this. Another robot. Wow. And then he brings that robot to his senses as well. Then you're being congratulated with a shitty slideshow, 4-hour-long credits, which gonna make you want to kill yourself, and some ending credits cutscene, which wasn't worth waiting 4 hours for. I mean, yeah, it's just a platformer where you jump around and shoot projectiles, it doesn't need to have some too deep for you story. But even old Mega Man was better than that. It made you care about the story through gameplay. In the tutorial for Mega Man X, dude at the end totally fucks you up and then Zero comes and almost one-shots him. Then he says what you haven't reached the full power yet, and you're gonna become way stronger and maybe even surpass him. You just need to give a player some simple motivation on a gameplay level, and it's gonna work. Or what about Castlevania Symphony of the Night, where you start out with a lot of powerful items which make you one-shot everything, only to be taken away from you moments later when you meet with death. After you tasted how powerful your character can be, it gives you motivation to press on, knowing that you can regain your powers again and become stronger. Games back then knew how to draw in a player, and modern platformers still use those techniques till this day. But now they have ability to show more unbelievable visuals, better than ever before. With Mighty No. 9 it doesn't give you any kind of motivation on a narrative or a gameplay level, nor does it grab you by its art style. When you're presented with such bland platformer, which doesn't give you any motivations to continue playing, gives you nothing but bland levels to look at, and annoying enemy placements, out of pace combat, you just wanna stop playing before it's over. How the fuck Keiji in a film could fuck it up so badly? Oh wait, I know why. Cause he's a hungry Jew, a con man who was busy whoring out his new brand, making TV series, feature film, and working on another project, before even finishing this one. Launch was fucking bad. People who backed the Kickstarter couldn't even get their copies. Some people just torrented the game cause it was way faster. And what else you expect from people who put lines like this in a trailer?
And make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Projects like these makes people ask if Kickstarter's still worth the risk. I'd say it still is, since without Kickstarter we would have never have gotten games like Project Eternity, Wasteland, Faster Than Light, Darkest Dungeon. Sometimes you need to bite a bullet to get stuff like this. I just hope people gonna be way careful now and don't back a Kickstarter on famous name alone. But still, after all has been said, is it worth a buy? Well, if you want a nostalgic platformer, buy Shovel Knight, and many other platformers like that. If you want to play a game where main theme is killing bosses, buy Dark Souls or US series. If you want to play a Broken Dream, buy Mighty No. 9. See you next time.
Initializing power down sequence. Until next time.